Court will come to order. It is Friday, April the 28th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the Kerr County Commissioners Court is in session for a special Commissioners Court meeting. This is a single-purpose meeting to discuss the subdivision here in the county. Everyone that wants to speak will be afforded an opportunity, but the way I'm going to handle this is I'm going to call the agenda item, and then I'm going to make a motion, and we'll see where we go from there. So, because all communications have been through the lawyers for the last couple of months, I will not be making any individual comment. So the first item on the agenda is 1.1, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action regarding the final plat for Twin Creeks Estates, along with bond number 790-107-6823 in the amount of $2,543,100 for associated subdivision construction in Precinct 2. I make a motion that we approve the proposed order I'm about to read. This is an order of the Commissioners Court of Kerr County, Texas. 1, disapproving the subdivision plat application, final plat, and related bond submitted to the county by the developer regarding the proposed Twin Creeks Estates subdivision in the unincorporated area of Kerr County, Texas. And 2, establishing an effective date and compliance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Whereas, Kerr County, Texas, hereinafter known as county, is a duly organized and operating county of the state of Texas pursuant to the Constitution and laws of Texas. And further, the Kerr County Commissioners Court, hereinafter referred to as Commissioners Court, is the governing body of the county. And whereas, pursuant to Article 5, Section 18 of the Texas Constitution, Chapter 232 of the Texas Local Government Code, and other authority, the county may approve, adopt, and enforce regulations governing plats and subdivisions of land and manufactured home rental communities in the unincorporated area of Kerr County, Texas, in order to promote the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of said county, and the safe and orderly, healthful development of the unincorporated area of said county, and further to prevent colonias or other substandard developments, said matters being declared to be worthwhile public purposes and in the public interest. And whereas, pursuant to Chapters 251 and 252 of the Texas Transportation Code and other authority, the county may design, lay out, construct, operate, and maintain its county road and bridge system located in Kerr County, Texas. And further, the county has a concomitant duty and obligation to operate and maintain that system in a manner which is safe for public travel and to strive to protect at all times the health, safety, and welfare of the public from the risk of loss in the form of property damage, personal injury, or death. And whereas, pursuant to sections 232.0025 through 0026 of the Texas Local Government Code and other authority, the county desires by this order to disapprove the subdivision plat application, final plat, and related bond number 790-107-6823 submitted to the county by Lakewood Capital Group, hereinafter referred to as the developer, regarding the proposed Twin Creeks Estates subdivision, hereinafter referred to as the subdivision, to be located in the unincorporated area of Kerr County, Texas, as more particularly described, and for the reasons stated in the attached Exhibit 1. I will now read Exhibit 1. Reasons and authority for disapproval. Pursuant to Sections 232.0025 through 0026 of the Texas Local Government Code, the following is a written statement of the county's reasons and authority for disapproval of the plat application, final plat, and related bond number 790-107-6823 submitted to the county by Lakewood Capital Group regarding the proposed Twin Creeks Estates subdivision to be located in the unincorporated area of Kerr County. 1. The Twin Creeks Estates subdivision is a proposed residential development containing approximately 857.42 acres, more or less, with 98 lots proposed by Lakewood Capital Group, currently identified by submitted application as the, quote, owner/developer, close quote, to be located on Eagle Ridge Road at a location approximately 3 miles more or less from the intersection of said road with State Highway 173 in the unincorporated area of Kerr County, Texas. 2. Preliminary documents regarding the proposed subdivision were submitted by Lakewood Capital to the Office of the County's Subdivision Administrator in 2022. Pursuant to Chapter 245 of the Texas Local Government Code and County Subdivision Regulations, which apply to a review of this matter are the Kerr County Subdivision Rules and Regulations enacted by the Commissioners Court on November 26, 2007. On March 15, this is number 3, on March 15, 2023, a final plat application and related documents regarding the subdivision were submitted on behalf of Lakewood Capital Group by its authorized surveying consultant to the county administrator. That application was incomplete. On March 28, 2023, the county administrator gave written notice to Lakewood Capital through said consultant of a complete plat application regarding the subdivision. Incomplete plat application. Number 4, on March 30, 2023, revised documents regarding a final plat application and related documents regarding the subdivision were submitted on behalf of Lakewood Capital Group by its surveying consultant to the county administrator. That application was incomplete. On April 6, 2023, the county administrator gave written notice to Lakewood Capital Group through said consultant of an incomplete plat application regarding the subdivision. 5. On April 7, 2023, the surveying consultant for Lakewood Capital Group appeared in the office of the county administrator and began making handwritten revisions to the March 30, 2023 documents submitted regarding the subdivision. Thereafter, but before April 24, 2023, said consultant indicated to the county staff that clean documents with revisions would later be submitted to the county. On April 24, 2023, certain active and revised documents regarding the subdivisions were submitted on behalf of Lakewood Capital Group by its surveying consultant to the county administrator. To date, the active and revised documents submitted to the county regarding the subdivision include a final plat application, final plat, and related bond number 790-107-6823. 7. The active documents submitted to the county states that Lakewood Capital Group is the owner/developer of the proposed subdivision named herein as Twin Creeks Estates. However, the active final plat submitted to the county states that Kerrville Acquisitions, LLC is the owner of the proposed subdivision named therein as Twin Creeks, quote. These discrepancies and deficiencies regarding correct identity of the owner and developer and the correct name of the subdivision represent irreconcilable conflicts between the allegations in the application and those in the proposed final plat, and further constitute a violation of the county regulations in Chapter 232 of the Texas Local Government Code. See County Regulations, page 5 through 9, 12 through 13, 36 through 43, page 48, pages 58 through 60, page 62 through 63, Appendix A through E, H, L, and the Texas Local Government Code, sections 232.001, 232.003, 232.004 through 0045, 232.101, and 232.107. 8. Bond number 790176823 is an executed performance bond in the amount of $2,543,100, dated March 14, 2023, and executed by a nationwide mutual insurance company as surety and Kerrville Acquisitions LLC as developer, as principal. The bond recites that the named principal, Kerrville Acquisitions LLC, not Lakewood Capital Group, as alleged in the application, has petitioned the county for permission to develop the subdivision within the jurisdiction of the county, described as 857.42 acres, 98-lot development, shown on a subdivision plat and entitled Twin Creeks, not Twin Creeks Estates, as alleged in the application. And the bond further recites that the plat was conditionally approved by the Commissioners Court of Kerr County, Texas, on April 10, 2023. The application and final plat, however, show the following. The application identifies Lakewood Capital Group as the owner/developer, not Kerrville Acquisitions LLC, as alleged in the bond. B is the application describes the subdivision as Twin Creeks Estates, not Twin Creeks, as described in the bond and final plat. And C, in direct contradiction to the bond recitation regarding the April 10, 2023 plat approval, the final plat has never been approved by the Commissioners Court. These discrepancies and deficiencies represent irreconcilable conflicts between the statements in the application and those in the final plat and bond number 790-107-6823, and further constitute a violation of the county regulations and Chapter 232 of the Texas Local Government Code. See County Regulations pages 5 through 9, 12 through 13, 36 through 43, 48, 58 through 60, 62 through 63, Appendix A through E, H, and L, and the Texas Local Government Code 232.001, 232.003, 232.004 through 045, and 232.101 and 232.107. 9. On sheets 4 and 5 of the final plat, the date of the floodplain study conducted by Hewitt Engineering is stated incorrectly as August 22 of 2022. The date of that floodplain study should be correctly stated as August 2 of 2022 on sheets 4 and 5 of the final plat. These discrepancies and deficiencies represent a violation of the county's regulations and Chapter 232 of the Texas Local Government Code. See County Regulations 12 through 13, 22 through 25, 36, 38, 40 through 43, Appendix B, and Texas Local Government Code 232.001, 232.003, 232.101, and 232.107. 10. Compelling and persuasive evidence, both written and oral, was submitted to the county regarding the following matters relating to the proposed subdivision. A, the size and scope of the subdivision. B, the existence of a single external public road, same being Eagle Ridge Road, as part of the county's public road system, which serves as the only public road access route to and from the proposed subdivision. And C, the dangerous status of Eagle Ridge Road, including its intersection with State Highway 173, with said roads and intersection not being properly designed, structurally adequate, or safe to handle the significant increase in the type and volume of traffic resulting from the approval of the subdivision for development. See Roadway Safety Study, Eagle Ridge Road at SH 173, Kerr County, Texas, prepared by John Navarez, P.E., Principal Entheos Engineering, PLLC, submitted by a letter to the county as a public record by C. Dixon Mosty, attorney at law, Mosty Law Firm, Kerrville, Texas, representing certain landowners who live on the Eagle Ridge Road. And the comments to the commissioners during the public meetings made by landowners who live on Eagle Ridge Road and other concerned members of the public regarding this matter. 11. Given the present circumstances, including the size and scope of the proposed subdivision and the dangerous road conditions described herein, it is the determination of the Commissioners Court that the submitted plat application, final plat, and related bond number 790-107-6823 regarding the subdivision should be disapproved in order to protect public safety. To do otherwise would result in a substantial and unjustifiable risk to the loss of health, safety, and welfare of the public in the form of potential property damage, personal injury, or death. See County Regulations pages 6 through 7, 19 through 20, Texas Local Government Code 232.001, 232.101, 232.107, Texas Transportation Code Chapters 251 and 252, and the City of San Antonio versus Bernie at 111 Southwest 3rd at page 22 at page 31 through 32. That's a Texas Supreme Court case from 2003, concluding that granting the Commissioners Court control over the roads, the legislature imposed on the counties the duty to make the roads safe. Now, therefore, be it resolved and ordered by the Kerr County Commissioners Court for and on behalf of said county and in the public interest as follows. 1. Unless otherwise designated, the past, present, or future tense shall each include the other, the masculine or feminine gender shall be include the other, and the singular and plural number shall each include the other where necessary for a correct reading. 2. The caption and preliminary recitals of this order and all attached documents are incorporated by reference. 3, the Commissioners Court hereby disapproves the subdivision plat, application, final plat, and related bond number 790-107-6823 submitted to the county by Lakewood Capital Group regarding the proposed Twin Creeks Estates subdivision to be located in the unincorporated area of Kerr County, Texas, as more particularly described and for reasons stated in the attached Exhibit 1. This order shall take effect immediately from and after its passage. This matter was ordered, approved, and adopted at a public hearing held in compliance with Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code and the Texas Open Meetings Act. Ordered, approved, and adopted on this, the 28th day of April, 2023. That is my motion, that order that I read. I know it was lengthy and boring, but that is my motion.
I second your motion.
We now have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Before I vote, I'm going to want to go into executive session.
I was going to, okay. That's all good, all good. We have some people that have signed up to speak. I don't know if you want to speak or not, but this is the opportunity to be heard. Yes, ma'am? And you are?
Shirley McCullough.
Yes, ma'am?
It was provided the sheet.
Yes, I have it right here.
Okay. I am a resident of Eagle Ridge Road, 795 Eagle Ridge Road, and I have spoken here on 2 prior occasions. First of all, I want to thank you for having this special meeting today. When we were here on Monday and urged you to do that, I really appreciate your taking your duty and responsibility seriously and giving up a Friday afternoon to this. So we appreciate the opportunity to be heard again. I am, as a basis of your motion, going to speak in behalf of your supporting your motion and urging the rest of the commissioners to vote in favor of that motion to deny the plat, both on the basis of the apparent discrepancies in the application versus the plat, the names, and then of course 2, more importantly, on the basis of the safety issues. The discrepancies obviously could be remedied. The safety issue cannot be remedied without serious expenditure of funds, either by the developer or the county. So again, just to reiterate once more for the record one final time, that road is not safe. Since I spoke on Monday of an employee who was run off the road, another was run off the road this week, since Monday, by another truck going into this proposed development. Again, these employees have worked on the ranch for many years. They know to stay to the side. If they had been a visitor in the area, they could very well have been hit by a truck coming around too fast in the middle of the road. And they were fortunate enough to be able to not go into a ditch. So again, as it stands now, this road does not support the proposed development, and we would urge all of the commissioners to approve the judge's motion. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to address the court?
May I speak?
Yes, sir. Mr. Mosty.
First, I would...
Identify yourself to the public.
Richard Mosty from Center Point, Texas. I would like to commend the court and urge the adoption of this motion. I think it is superbly written. It is well thought out. It is adequate to protect the needs and the safety, and is, I think, just a superb piece of work. And I commend the judge, the commissioners, and council on their work. I urge your adoption of the motion.
I saw a hand over here. Yes, ma'am.
Sharon Jinsky, Eagle Ridge Road resident. Good afternoon, commissioners and Judge Kelly. I appreciate again the opportunity to speak on the safety issue of Eagle Ridge. I realize how hard this decision is weighing on each of you, but hope that you have all heard over the last 9 months. What you've heard has strengthened your resolve to make this right. You are in charge of a lot of people in this county, and it is difficult to please everyone, but do we need to please developers who come in from other states to put in developments that are not in your people's best interest? There is a huge safety concern here that needs to be examined closely. Just yesterday, I saw a huge, and I mean big, 18-wheeler coming down my road with a big dump truck on the back, and I was just hoping nobody was coming in the other direction. And I know, I also worry about fire, which I know that's not what we're talking about, and I know Center Point Fire Department has it under control, but what about us and future residents that are going to the subdivision, getting in and out of a one-way in, one-way out situation? I realize that's not what we're here to talk about, and I emphasize that we all deserve to live on a safe road that has not been compromised for progress. Again, thank you for spending time on this consideration, and I applaud you to make the right decision. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else would like to address the court? Ms. McDonald?
I just want to say thank you for truly considering everything that we've had to say. I was prepared to get up here and talk about being a mama bear, because that's actually what my kids call me. It's a true story. People think it's cute, but they know that I would fight for them tooth and nail. And you know, our children will very soon themselves be driving on our road. So it's important, you know, their safety is important to us. It's actually been pretty quiet on our road lately. It's been heaven, and there have been minimum traffic on the road, which is what it was actually designed for. So safety is just, it's important, and we appreciate you and we thank you for your time.
Anyone else wishing to speak to the court? There being none, then before we vote, do we need to go into executive session?
Yes.
So at this time, we're going to recess into executive session, and we'll probably come out in, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. Maybe a little bit longer. But with that, we will stand in recess. Court will come back to order. We have a motion and a second on the floor. Is there any other discussion? Then those in favor of approving the proposed order that I read at length, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstain? Unanimous. Is there any other business before the court? We are adjourned.